I love when I turn something on and it screams 80s.
And it is Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp.
Love me some Cars, and especially when they really pop it up.
So far, no offense, your guys' list sucks. Okay.
God, I hate you.
I never thought I'd be listening to two people discuss air supply of all fucking
You just had
bands
Debbie
in my
Gibson.
presence.
You just had Debbie Gibson. You should just shut up for the rest of the video. Fuck.
Man, he's like a Tiffany reference away from braiding his hair.
Okay, Jason, you just got a little less gay with your
Thank
rock
you.
set. And by the way,
Thank
I'm
you.
not anti-gay, just in case anybody is
Nothing wrong with that.
just joking. It's just a joke. Okay, Ryan, what has your faggot ass got next? No, I'm just kidding.
Somehow my list might be the least gay so
No.
far.
Gayest video ever, but good song.
I feel like my face looks like a baby's ass.
These are the lyrics that I really like. I'm gonna go with these. And then you said those, and I was like, holy shit. Yep.
Just so you know, I'm not wearing pants.
That means he's going to show his penis later.
Still married for 32 years.
The Hooters.
Can we pause the video? I need to have a moment so much.
Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson was fucking awesome.
Mariah, it would help us all if you told a few more dick jokes, then we wouldn't feel so bad.
That's right. Dude, she's
when?
got a huge set of titties.
Don't fuck with my 80s knowledge ever.
What does it feel like to know that Jergens hand lotion is in business because of you?
I don't know, but they should be sponsoring your show.
Welcome to the Hair Metal Guru. My name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. Yes, I fucking shaved. Yes, they've already given me shit about it. But anyway, today it is 80s pop song time, and I know we're all super excited because eventually somebody's gonna win the gay song list of the night award. Jason said he's probably gonna be in the lead for that with the gayest top 10 list. Anyway, we decided to do 10 80s pop songs, no hair metal, no metal, and preferably no hard rock. So I know in my list, I even avoided songs like Summer of 69 by Bryan Adams because it does kind of rock. So we got the round table, and let's meet our guests, and let's start off with Ryan out in California. Ryan, singer for the band Metalcast. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. I was a little nervous about showing my underbelly a little bit, but you guys brought my confidence up and said, hey man, if you like it, you like it, you'd be proud of it. So we're going to show some major underbelly on this one.
That means he's going to show his penis later. Okay. All right. And next we got Jay from Iowa. Jay, the guitar player from the band Stone Park Ritual. Jay, welcome back.
Pleasure to be back. And as metal as I can be, you'll see another side tonight.
Yeah. So, and let me point this out that I have in the can, not recorded yet. We did a 90s episode and of Could Not Be Hair Metal, and Jay threw out some shit that I was like, what in the fuck did he just do? So
Yep.
I'm expecting to be shocked tonight. So that's awesome. Below Jay, we have Mariah from California. Mariah, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. I'm excited to talk pop music. That's something I don't do very often. So this will be great.
That's we're really getting out of our comfort zone, which is why I think it's kind of exciting because we're so used to talking rock, metal. So this will be a little out of the ordinary. And
Yeah, it's not like we don't like pop, but
yeah.
it's not what we talk about typically. So it's not the big
Absolutely.
passion.
Absolutely. Next to Mariah, below me, where he should always be, is our buddy Jason from Canada. Jason, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for another invite. Pleasure to be here. You can check me out on Twitter or X, whatever you prefer to call it. Guru will probably put it up here after to @ReadWorld. Check me out on every Monday. I drop Hair Metal Mondays. It is a band that you may or may not know, but you should. Just trying to spread the word of the greatest genre there has ever been in music, except for today because we're going pop. But anyway, check me out.
I feel like my face looks like a baby's ass. It's all smooth and
Dolphin smooth, baby.
Shit,
Dolphin
like-
smooth.
so weird. We are talking pop songs from the 80s, trying to avoid anything. And I was like, I'll just give you an example. I was sure I was going to have the outfield, Your Love. I love that song. but I thought it kind of rocks. So I avoided
Yes.
it. Now, if you guys did stuff like that, perfectly fine. I'm just saying that was my philosophy going in, try to make it the poppier side of what I liked in the 80s.
Yep, that's why I did put "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" by Pat Benatar on there. I
Mm.
thought about it, and I'm like,
Kind of rocks, man. Kind of
Yeah.
rocks.
Kind of rocks. Kind of rocks.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into it. I think we're going to go this route. We're going to go Jay, Mariah, Jason, Ryan, and myself. Let's see who is the gay person of the year, gay person of the video award by the end. And I've decided to throw something new. You can't say the song title. You actually have to sing it. And say,
Oh God,
yes.
no.
Oh, I'm
God,
fucked
Lord.
if that's the case.
Just kidding.
Oof.
Oh
All right.
boy. What if
I'd give it.
what if the song title isn't mentioned in the song? What are you gonna do then?
But if you do it well enough, we'll still just know, and that would be half the fun of the video. Okay.
Oh
So
boy.
can I text the lyrics to Ryan and he can sing on my
Ryan can actually sing.
He is our
Yeah,
Ryan
professional.
can
Ryan,
actually-
that's Ryan's deal.
Yeah.
So Ryan has to sing his then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So let's get into it. Our number 10, Jay, kick us off.
Well, this is a southern rock band that went a little bit more mainstream in the 80s. 38 Special, a nice little ballad called Second Chance.
Oh, it's a good one.
Nice.
Second chance.
Yeah.
If I remember right, sorry if I interrupted.
all good.
Their main singer was a guy named Don Barnes. He sang "Hold On
Yep.
Loosely," all the big hits in the early '80s. But then that Second Chance is a different vocalist.
I do believe you're right on that.
Yeah.
I think they had kind of, I don't know, lead singer by proxy to a certain degree at various points. But I mean, they wrote some kick-ass tunes in the 70s and the 80s.
Mhm.
And I mean, a lot of catchy stuff. But I thought this was the most pop friendly that I could find by them. So it gets the nod.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Was it Take a Chance or Second Chance?
Second chance.
Second Chance. I love Hold On Loosely. I love If I'd Been the One. I think that's what it's called.
Well, with your shave job, you probably were. I know you were a fan of the first one, but of the second Revenge of the Nerds movie, they had the theme song "Back to Paradise."
That's right.
Yeah.
And
I love
by
Revenge of
Bryan
the
Adams.
Why do they call you Booger? I don't know.
I love Revenge of the Nerds, and this is going to be a good because I have some Revenge of the Nerds clips. I'll put something in there, maybe like pan down. We want Bush or something. I don't know. Anyway, hey Mariah, have you ever seen Revenge of the Nerds, the movie?
I have, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
That was Jay's 38 Special. I love that band. Let's move on to Mariah. What's your number 10?
Yeah, so for me, I have a band that I really like. The album that this is off of came out in 1987, and it is "Never Tear Us Apart" by NXS.
Love in excess.
They got a lot of great songs, and I don't
So
know, this
many.
one stands out a bit more to me at the moment. So
I think-
that's my number 10.
Was that off the album Kick?
Yes, Kick, 1987, New Sensation, Need You Tonight are the other big hits off that, which
Yeah.
have been on here too.
I damn near put Never Tear Us Apart on
That's
my
the one I
list.
had, yeah.
Yeah.
And a song that you just didn't mention, but I love, Devil Inside. Holy fuck.
Oh,
That's like
yeah.
that's a song
a
I was
great
getting
song.
bouncing. And I just watched a documentary on Michael Hutchence. If you don't, he died in like 97 or something.
97, yeah.
And it was called Mystified and
That's a great song too.
yes. But he started sliding into drug addiction and all sorts of problems. So anyway, that's
Yeah,
a crazy story,
sad.
but great song. Okay. All right,
I like
Jason,
that one.
what's your number 10?
Let me open up my phone here. And I'm sorry, I ripped Ryan for his honorable mentions and shit. And I just counted. I have 11 on here. And you goddamn right, I'm going to talk about all 11 of these.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I did.
Do
Anyway,
whatever you want,
because,
Jason. It's all
because
about
I
you.
thank you. I believe I do get 11 because one is Canadian. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Right. So
Yeah, they
Um,
don't count.
The 51st state? We'll give you 11 for that.
all right. So some of you might not know this one, but please, everybody that's watching this video, including my co-hosts here, Colin James, off his first album, it's a song called 5 Long Years. And he is a blues rock, is what he's known for. Very popular up here. Easy. You'd actually like, he's a hell of a guitar player.
Yeah.
Like the Canadian Stevie Ray Vaughan, really. But his big hit, it was like Voodoo Thing was the big hit off his first album in like 89. But 5 Long Years has saxophone in it. It's got some great backgrounds. It is just one of my wife's favorite songs. Comes on the radio, we hit it, is on all our travel mixes because, you know, I'll be honest, my wife's not hair metal, believe it or not, still married for 32 years. But 5 Long Years is one of those that if it comes on the radio, even she will reach over. So if everybody writes that down, I want everybody to do their homework. I will be waiting for text messages after the video. It's a great song.
Jason,
I'll
you're
check it out.
easily in the lead for the gayest list of the night.
Oh, buddy.
See if you can redeem yourself.
There's a lot more.
So are you doing another one then?
I will go into another one. And I will also say to everybody watching, most of my list, about 80% of my list, I actually have vinyl copies of this music. So I'm dedication. Thank you. But my official number 10 is off their debut album in 1980, whatever, is Roxette with Dangerous.
Ooh, nice.
I love Roxette. Big fan. I got 2 of their vinyls downstairs on my rack. I got their first 2 records. Great, just melodic pop music. Love it.
You know, you could damn near listen to some Roxette songs and think, fuck, this could be a hair metal song.
Absolutely could.
Some of their shit. And I was a big shit. I used to be kind of embarrassed to say that, but now shit. And I'll be honest, I've always had a thing for girls with short hair, so I always thought that Marie,
hot
back in the day.
Yeah.
And rest in peace. I know she passed away a few years ago. So
you know, honestly, when they did that last tour years ago, they played Winnipeg. Loverboy opened up for them. My wife and I actually left halfway through because it was so bad. Because what they didn't tell anybody is that the only reason they toured is so, and I can't remember his name, the hair, whatever it is. He did that tour so she'd have money for more treatment because half the concert she sat. She just didn't, because she'd had so many brain problems. She couldn't carry the tunes anymore. And we're just like, and she is the voice, right?
Yeah.
So it was tough. So of course we didn't find that out until after. It's like, well, now we feel shitty because we left. But but he's going back on tour. He's got a new singer. New singer from wherever they're from, Sweden or whatever. They're going back out. So I'll probably go. I love those songs.
Fading Like a Flower.
Oh, so good.
Dressed for Success. Fuck, Must Have Been Love. Shit.
Yeah.
Sleeping in My Car. Just one great banger after another. Those folks. So that's my number 10.
Okay.
Actually, I almost had something by them on my list, but great call. Good man.
Yep.
Okay, Jason, you just got a little less gay with your Roxette. And by the way, I'm not anti-gay, just in case anybody is.
Nothing wrong with that. Just
joking. It's just a joke. Okay, Ryan, what does your faggot ass got next? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, my number 10 is the band called Starship. No, just joking.
Did you build the fucking city?
My number 10 is Starship. It's Not Enough, from one of the best albums, Love Amongst the Cannibals, 1989. What a fucking killer way to kick off this list. One of my favorite albums through and through. The female is out of this band, and Mickey Thomas has a voice from the gods. He's the singer solely. Very AOR. Mutt Lange produced a song, and he sang background on I Didn't Mean to Stay All Night. A little theme you'll see for me going forward with this list are bands with those sneaky, secret ripper guitar players kind of hidden amongst the fluff. And Starship is the perfect example of that. And here's a little bit of trivia. See if anybody knows this one. Okay. The song Rock Myself to Sleep off of
April Wine.
What?
April Wine.
Well, can anyone tell me the name of the metal ripper who provides the intro scream? Knee Deep in the Hoopla album, Rock Myself to Sleep. First 30 seconds.
Is
Nope.
it Nuge?
Not have enough knowledge of that band.
It's not Nugent, is it?
Kevin Dubrow.
Oh.
No, it's not.
No shit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm listening to that tonight then.
Don't fuck with my 80s knowledge ever. And I
Ever.
fucking love Roxette, and I love In Excess, and it's going to be killer.
Do you say it's called It's Not Over?
No, the song that I quizzed you on,
No, the song that's your number 10.
Oh. It's Not Enough.
Was that a single? Was it a radio song?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
yeah,
trying to hear it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say sing something for me, but you know. Okay.
You know what? I did love that Ryan picked his song and then just stuck his trivia as an honorable mention in there too. Well done, sir. Well done. Yeah.
10A and B.
10A and B. Yep.
Well, fuck. I should be finding a fucking. Okay, I won't. Okay, my number 10. Jeez. It's like you guys are gonna hear this song and you're gonna be like, oh, obviously Guru is in the lead for the coolest list because so far, no offense, your guys' list sucks. Okay.
Ooh.
My number 10, in 1985, a Philadelphia band called the Hooters released an album called Nervous Night. And on that album was a song called And We Danced. And
Great tune.
I'm not a musician, so I don't know shit about, but I don't know do you know what the instrument is? There's some weird instrument. It's not
What is it, Jay?
what's that?
What is it, Jay?
Actually, it's been so many years since I have heard
Yeah.
that song. I
Anyway.
don't fucking remember.
Anyway,
That's a
there's
good tune.
this interesting, but that album Nervous Night went double platinum and they were pretty big for a while. The next album kind of did a little bit less and then they kind of disappeared. But their songwriter Eric Bazillion, anyway, is like a fucking worshipped in Philadelphia in rock circles. So I'm gonna do a few lyrics tonight, and here's one of them. I just love this opening line. She was a bebop baby on a hard day's night. She was hanging on Johnny. He was holding on tight. Oh, I could feel her coming from a mile away. There was no use talking. There was nothing to say when the band began to play and play, and we danced. Oh, I just think that it's such a
It's
great
such a
song.
good
I'm
song.
shocked it wasn't like, I think it got to like number, I think I wrote it down. It got to number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100, but I can still listen to that song and it comes on and I'm like, fuck yes, and we danced. Here we go. That's my number 10.
Great.
It's gonna be
I remember
stuck in my
that
head after
song
this.
from
What's that,
So that's
Mariah?
gonna be stuck in my head after this. That's
No,
a good
that's-
song.
That's right. That's right. See, you guys, I can see it right now in your faces. You're like, I didn't know the competition was going to be so tough.
tried to deflate your ego, sir. But here's where I heard this song from.
Okay.
You know those shitty mixed music CDs you could buy on infomercials back in the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you think I heard that song the first time? It even made the fucking commercial. I'm like, what is this shit? Well, I bought the CD because, well, I'm me and I do things like that. It's a good song. In probably 30 years, but a good song.
It's a great song. And
Great song.
Shut the fuck up, Jay. All right. Let's move on to our number 9s. Jay, what do you got?
Well, here's where I go sailing into the lead. With Debbie Gibson,
Oh,
Foolish Beat, Booyah.
yes.
Dude.
So good.
Okay, Jason, no, you don't have to worry about being the gay master of the night award because
Oh, man.
Jay just went into first place. Oh,
I love her
what?
so
You say
much.
Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson was fucking awesome.
Oh,
She turned into a hottie. And let's not forget, she wrote her own shit. She played it. She produced it, I believe. Pretty big accomplishments for someone who was a teenage girl. So,
yep.
bad respect for her. And she's got a lot of tunes I dig.
Hey, man.
Okay,
Great
Jay.
song. I'm not arguing. I love
Sounds
her.
good. Sounds good.
Only in My Dreams. Electric Youth.
Hey, I won't lie. I was a teenager and I had a huge
Yeah.
crush on Debbie Gibson, but
Your
I didn't
first
tell anybody
calluses, I
because
know.
I don't want to be thought of as the world's biggest asshole. So anyway,
Okay.
all right. Okay, good call. Mariah, what's your number 9?
Yeah, so my number 9 is by Elton John. My favorite song by him also came out in the 80s, which is Empty Garden. But I went with I'm Still Standing because I think that's a pretty
Oh,
perfect pop song as far as they
Great
go.
video.
Good
Great
song.
video.
Gayest video ever, but good song.
Did you guys
Well,
okay.
it
Yeah.
makes sense, right?
Literally gay, which is fine.
Yeah,
Not
Elton
that there's
John.
anything wrong with that.
phenomenal song. Love the song. It'll get stuck in your head so fast.
Great song.
Good song.
I hope somebody's writing these down. I wouldn't mind, like, because there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 tunes. I'd love to make a playlist when we're done, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
get done. I'm too lazy.
Well, I have all mine written down.
All right.
I have all mine written down. Okay.
Well, good for you.
Obviously, we all have them written down, but anyway, that
I
would be
guess
a
so.
good idea.
That
And
would
I
be
don't
good.
do Spotify, but
No.
I know like sometimes after we do these, people ask like, "Hey, have you created a playlist?" So,
Oh my God, we totally should do that.
yeah.
Should.
Okay, Jason, you just volunteered. Okay,
Those
Happens
ballads
to me
that
all
should
the
have been
time.
hits, that would be another great one because people would
Yes.
actually listen
Yeah.
to it if it's a playlist.
Oh
Yes.
shit, we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're on to
All right.
Jason's
You know-
number 9.
I'm gonna invite. He's not here, so obviously Brian's gonna do this for us.
Right.
Right. Okay, Brian's okay.
Okay.
Sorry, my number whatever is like these are in no order, but it's one of the songs that just again makes me smile. If it comes on the radio, I turn the fucking right up. Is Lionel Richie and Dancing on the Ceiling.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, get
Jeez.
excited, you fuckers. It's
I
a
didn't think
great
this was going to be that easy.
it's a great video too. God, I hate you. There'll be
I
comments
don't have
when
any
you post
complaints.
this.
He's good. He's a good
I-
singer.
I probably no, I'll be honest. I thought that song was kind of goofy as shit back in the day, and I still
And that's what makes it so great about it. It is such an 80s tune. Does it hold up today? Fuck no. But is it great?
course not.
Absolutely.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
who cares, Red? You like it. Who cares if it holds
That's
up?
right. Thank you,
You
Mariah.
know,
Who cares?
um,
I liked it.
I used to hate when people would say shit like, "Oh, it sounds dated." You know, like that's half of what makes music fun is when you can go, "That's fucking 80s."
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
if it sounds like it could have been, I mean, I get, but I'm like, yes, I love when I turn something on and it screams 80s. It sounds dated. It brings me right back to that time. So
why
I
is
don't
that
take that as a-
why is that an insult? Everything pretty much sounds like the decade it came out, and you can
Yes.
identify what decade something is by the
Yes.
sound. What's so
Hey.
mad about that?
except
Let me-
rap, because that always sucks, no matter what.
Ugh, yeah, don't
Let-
remind
let
me. I'm
me-
talking
let me
about
quote-
good music. That's not even music. That's not. I don't know what that is.
And Guru, you'll love this one. Let me quote Warrant off their Rockaholic, Life is a Song.
That's right. That's a good
Right?
song.
Oh,
Shit.
such a good song. Anyway, we're not
Okay.
talking about hair metal today.
All right, Ryan, what's your number 9?
Got Don Henley doing Sunset Grill from Building the Perfect Beast, 1984. I'm a huge sucker for Henley. Love his voice, one of the best out there. I'm a big Eagles guy. Building the Perfect Beast and End of the Innocents are so packed full of greatness. It just brings back killer memories of growing up. So I still crank this song. I still play this song when it comes on. So yeah, big Don Henley guy.
Last
I
Worthless
love
Evening
Don
almost
Henley. I
made me
love the
mine.
Eagles. That you'll see them pretty soon on my list. You'll see Don Henley. So yeah, I'm totally with you on that one.
Nice.
Apparently, everybody likes Don Henley because I'm
Yeah.
going to transition to my number 9, and it's off the same album. And Mariah's going to be like, "Yep, it's Boys of Summer." I think
tune.
that is one of the great. I mean, if I was going to rank this, it might be in my number 1. I think it's one of the best songs ever written. It's like the perfect. I'm looking back at my younger years and without trying to sound like cheesy or whatever, like when you get older, you know, you kind of look back, you know, and that song takes you back to, man, I'm a teenager. I'm on the beach and, you know, there's this girl that you like and you're thinking, you know, and you're like, anyway, the album went triple platinum. That song went to number 5. Does anybody know who wrote Boys of Summer?
Oh.
Oh, I do, and I don't remember.
It's okay. So Henley did play a part, but the initial song was written by Mike Campbell from Tom Petty's band.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
He submitted it to Tom Petty. That would have been I would have fucking loved because I love Tom Petty. But Tom Petty was like, I'm gonna work on some other stuff. So he goes, hey, Don Henley just left the Eagles and he's gonna try his own thing. Henley and I remember Henley got the song, tweaked it a little bit, and like messaged his manager and said, I think I've got the best song I've ever written or I've ever had, and it's Boys of Summer. So I love these lyrics. Out on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. A little voice inside my head said, don't look back, you can never look back. I thought I knew what love was, what did I know? Those days are gone forever. I should just let them go, but I can see you. Oh God. And then he starts talking about this girl and just at my age, I can just relate to those lyrics and looking back at that time. What a song and so catchy. I love it. Comes in at number 9.
Awesome song.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. We're moving on to, and I'm in the lead by far. Moving on to our
Not
number
even
8.
close.
Jay, let's see if you can redeem yourselves. And what's your number 8?
Well, Martika, Toy Soldier.
Okay,
Hey.
now you're redeeming yourself because that's a kick-ass song.
It is
Hell
a
yes,
kick-ass
kick-ass
song.
tune. I remember hearing it when I was fairly young. I still listen to the song. I think I fucking hits. Best way to put it. Great tune. One hit
Yep.
wonder, if I'm not mistaken.
Totally.
Anything else? Or at least not in the US that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. I think
But right away, I can
No.
hear that step by step. Heart.
It's-
That's such a good
It
song.
was big up here too. It was huge.
And I don't know what you guys did to find your list, but because I don't remember every fucking song. So I was going through YouTube and finding big, huge playlists and going down and go, oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I got to put that in my list. But that's one I didn't stumble upon today. And Charlie wants
My
to
list
see a big movie.
was mostly memory, but I did take a scroll through my media player on my laptop.
Yep.
Sure.
Stuff I still listen to.
Yep,
Jay, was
I did
that after you X'd out all the porn pages?
Who needs porn? Dick with ears.
Yeah.
I don't need porn because no, I'm just kidding.
Because
Don't.
you got rich dog's titties. We know.
Oh,
Charlie's
my
I got 8
goodness.
boobs.
You have whatever happens in
movies.
North Dakota.
Okay. All right, Martika, good call. Mariah, what's your number 8?
Yeah, so listening to you do your number 9 was really, really eerie. Because not only is my number 8 Boys of Summer, I was also gonna say if I had this song ranked, it would be far more to the top, and those were also the lyrics I was gonna go with to mention.
I'm
It's weird.
I kid you not, and I've even told Mariah and we chat and we're getting to be good buddies. I'm like we have never met. She's 23 years old. I'm fucking in my 50s, and I go, but you seem like you could be like my sister or something. Like we just have our minds think alike about a lot of shit. Anyway, that's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that was weird. It was the exact same lyrics, exact same thing. I was like, okay, shoot. Well, he said what I was gonna say. I ranked higher. All right, these are the lyrics that I really like. I'm gonna go with these. And then you said those, and I was like, holy shit. But no, the song is so good. It's so good that my roommate, who doesn't even like any of this stuff and listens to rap and all that, she loves this song. Anytime the song comes on, she gets super excited, and I don't know of anyone who dislikes this song. So that's just how good the song is.
Great tune.
It was
Can't
weird.
argue with it.
And I forgot to bring this up, but there was a band, I think it was in 2003 or 2004, called the Ataris, kind of a pop punk band, and they did a phenomenal cover of The Boys of Summer on an album called So Long Astoria, and that's a great album, and that's a kick-ass version of it. They kind of were only known for that song, but I love that entire album. So the Atari So Long Astoria, go check it out. Okay. Great job. All right, we're moving on to Jason with your number 8.
Okay, my number 8 is probably the trying to think what year it came out, and I can't remember.
Just tell me the song and I'll tell you.
I'll get there. Easy. I'm building a story. Building. But to this day, I still love this woman in her 60s. But it was her first single off her first album after she left the Go-Go's, and it's Belinda Carlisle, Mad About You.
Oh,
and if you see that video, every man that is a man will fall in love with her when you see that video.
you are so right. She is so hot in that video.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh.
And to this day, I love that woman.
I love that song.
Oh, it's so good.
And I probably shouldn't, maybe somebody, but I damn near had another song on that album on my list. Heaven is a Place on Earth.
Yep, I did too.
Is a great song.
She's got that. See, Guru and I we're in our minds right now. The video, the short little hair and the sweat. Oh my God.
And she's like dancing around.
Oh,
and
can we pause the video? I need to have a moment.
Jay needs to be alone. He'll need 5 minutes and some orange juice and a fan.
5.
Good point. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Belinda, love her.
Me too. All right, Ryan, what's your number? Whatever we're on. 8.
Number 8. It pained me not to have Roxette and Belinda Carlisle on my list, by the way. So my number 8 is the Cars doing the song Magic.
Ooh, I had that. That was an honorable mention for me. But I also do love Drive.
Okay. Well, why don't you just cheat and include it then? Anyway.
It's 8B.
This song, open chords, simple, catchy keys, happy lyrics, huge chorus. Love me some Cars, and especially when they really pop it up. This at one point I was obsessed with this song, so had to put it.
That's a great tune.
Yeah,
Drive is as well. 6 a.m. does a killer cover of that, but yeah, Magic, great tune.
Do you know?
Are they in the Rock and Roll? Are they in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
Man,
I don't think so. They're
underrated. They really are.
Totally.
Yeah. Too many people aren't in there, and then they put all that rap shit in there, and I'm like, you don't even have Motley Crue in there, and you're putting, whatever type rap shit. Come on.
The album was Heartbeat City. I remember buying that as a cassette for my brother for his, I think it was either his birthday or Christmas anyway, because I remember him saying how, that he liked a couple songs. But do you know who produced that album?
Was it Mutt?
It's Mutt. I'm 98% sure it's Mutt. If I'm wrong, I'll feel really bad. But I'm sure
he
it's
did
Mutt.
some covers. I just don't know if it was that album.
And I think that song is probably my favorite Cars song. That is so unbelievable. That guitar riff or whatever is so unbelievably catchy.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Not too long ago on X, and I know I got it just off Brian's timeline there. Somebody had said what these producers should be in the Hall of Fame, and I just said yes to all 5, right? Like,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like Ezrin and Mutt Lang and Bob Rock, they should all be in the Hall of Fame. All of them.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
Completely agree. Okay. We're on my number
8.
8. Okay. Get ready to be wowed. In fact, I'll predict that I won't be the only person to have this song on the list. And total one-hit wonder. The song came out in 1988. It's by a band called When in Rome, and the song is The Promise.
The Promise.
And I love the movie Napoleon Dynamite. And if you remember the ending scene where they're playing whatever that bocce ball, and The Promise starts playing, and if you need a friend, don't look to a stranger. In the end, I'll always be there. And he's got that deep voice. But when you're in doubt and when you're in danger, take a look around and I'll be there. I promise, or I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, it goes into the chorus. I think that's such a catchy song. And I think that album did pretty well because that song went to like number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. But damn it, after that, I have no clue. And I didn't really look a ton, but what a great song. That's my number 8.
I agree. That was my number 10, and then I replaced it with Never Tear Us Apart. So you were almost right. It was almost made it on mine. I love that song. It plays all the time when I'm at work, and I get excited every time.
Right. All right. Awesome. Okay. That finishes our number 8s, and we'll go on to our number 7s. Jay, kick us off.
This is one of the best bands out of the 80s, genre does not matter. Huey Lewis and the News. The song is Do You Believe in Love?
Oh,
Uh,
damn it. Got it.
got that on there, Jason?
Yes.
Ha
It's a
Don't worry.
great
I
song.
can replace it quickly.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I love Huey Lewis and the News. I
Me
always
too.
have. You know, a lot of people remember the Back to the Future bullshit. They were still releasing good stuff a few years ago.
Until Huey lost his hearing.
Yep.
Right. I mean, the Back to the Future was a big thing, but I'm more partial to the theme from Pineapple Express, I guess, if you guys didn't catch that at any point.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's great.
Yeah.
I've heard
But
of it.
oh, great band, great song. That's all I got.
Amen, brother.
I almost had the song "Walking on a Thin Line."
Oh,
I love that song. I love the song "I Want a New Drug." Now here's what I was gonna, and I'm no expert on Huey Lewis. These songs came off an album called Sports, which was massive. Then they put out an album called Four, which was also pretty big. But if I remember right, and maybe I partially remember this because they had a behind the music on Huey Lewis. The next album, they really went like bluesy and shit and tried to get like, their credibility. So we're not like just a pop rock 80s band. And that's where they started to lose, the huge numbers, the audience
I
that they
think
had.
you're right. I seem to remember something
Small World.
similar to that.
Small World, yeah.
But they did the hell was it? They had a song around 90, 91 called Couple Days Off. That was a hit.
That was off Hard at Play.
Yep.
That song. There, you know what? I'm sure you guys have done a video. I don't, there's so many. That guy is, and I don't know his name, super underrated guitar player.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris Hayes.
Thank you.
As
Guys,
you can tell,
red.
I'm a big Huey guy. I got Huey coming.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, and I know that I think we're all pretty much big fans of Butch Walker. Did you know he was in a Huey Lewis and the News tribute band back in the day?
That's cool.
shit.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. That was Jay. We're on Mariah's number 7.
Yeah, I might get a little bit of shit for this since I tend to when it's brought up, but I fucking love this song, so hopefully, maybe you guys love it too. I don't know. And it is Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp.
Oh, that song sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
Good song.
Yeah,
Yep.
life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Unfortunately,
great
how it
tune.
is sometimes. But I absolutely love that song. I have so many fond memories of that in the car. That's a regular on road trips. It's a phenomenal song, and he's a good artist.
I think the album is American Fool.
Cool.
Massive. And
1982.
I think most like I'm surprised that you say like people would give you shit because that's actually kind of a legitimate song. I remember like I spent a lot of time at my cousins and we're talking a town of like 500 people, but there was a Tasty Freeze there. So it had that line, sucking on a chili dog outside of Tasty Freeze. We used to just shout the shit out of that. That's a great fucking song.
Yeah,
song.
and for
Yep.
some reason people tend not to like it when I bring it up, but I'm like, no, it's a great song. So is Hurt So Good.
Maybe
So
it's
is plenty
because
of others.
John Mellencamp has become just a big bitch
I thought I was looking at my mother's old douchebag, but that's in Ohio.
in the last few years.
He's an angry man.
He's an angry man.
It's too
Anyway, I'll
bad.
try not to get political, but he said
I don't know anything about that, but that sucks. I love this song's great though.
Yeah, no, great song. Okay,
He's probably hanging out with Dee Snider and Sebastian Bach.
Dee Snider and Sebastian Bach, America. Okay. Anyway, all right, Jason, let's move on to you. Number 7.
Okay. So yeah, like Jay took my Huey one, so I got Huey later too. But anyway, so here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Air Supply. Making
Oh.
love out of nothing at all.
Wow.
Guys, folks, come on. The vocal range, I don't know his name and I don't care, but that guy's like 3-4 different octaves on that son of a bitch. And
Did
I'll
you say
fight-
making love out of nothing at all?
yeah,
Or did you say make me gay by the end of the video?
I'm just saying.
Oh, too late. He's already
I-
there, man. He
I
is
told
already
you
there.
I was going to win this son of a bitch. I told you.
Hey, I'll be honest. That's in my honorable mentions. I fucking love Air Supply.
Dude,
all right.
I love Air Supply.
Remember at
Somehow
the
my
end of
list
that?
might be the least gay so far. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said somehow my list might be the least gay so
No,
far. I didn't see that
obviously
coming.
mine is the least gay. Okay. You're close.
I like I just love how you insult me and then it's like, and that was my honorable mention.
Do you remember the end of that part at the end when he goes, and I make all the stadiums rock? And then
Yeah.
oh, I love that part.
Me too.
Shit. And I could have damn near had All Out of Love.
Oh, love that
Yeah,
song.
that's a great
Oh,
song.
what a good ballad.
Lost in
As I
Love.
sit here, I
Every
can't
woman
help
in the
but
world.
note, I never thought I'd be listening to two people discuss Air Supply of all fucking
You just had
bands
Debbie
in my
Gibson.
presence.
You just had Debbie Gibson. You should just shut up for the rest of the video. Fuck.
Man, he's like a Tiffany reference away from braiding his hair.
Okay, hey, let's not get into Tiffany, okay? If anybody has Tiffany on their list, just you're
Hey,
never
her birthday's
invited
on the same day as mine.
Oh my God, he
And,
knows that. Stop.
What?
You're making this too easy.
And somewhere I have the Playboy she was in yet. I mean,
He was in Playboy?
Yeah,
Fuck
so was
yes,
Debbie
she was
Gibson.
dude, she
No
has
way.
got a huge set of titties. I mean,
Hey, holy
I
shit.
will find it. I will text you pictures.
Just give me a warning before you're going to say that. Fuck. I didn't know that.
So is Debbie Gibson, just so you know.
That's a good spread.
I don't have that issue though.
He'll be looking for it.
You don't have
yeah.
you don't have a huge set of titties. All right. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
man.
Let's get back on track. Jeez, you
All
guys
right.
That's funny.
fucking me up.
Air
Okay.
Supply rules. Carry on.
That's right. Oh shit! Now I was like, I didn't even know what we were talking about. Okay, you had Air Supply. That's a
I
good
did.
song. Okay,
Yeah.
Ryan, what's your number 7?
Okay, back to the killer shit here. Here's where I got the outfield doing My Paradise from Voices of Babylon 1989. Fucking epic. These
Yep.
guys have so many great albums. For years, I focused on Play Deep, and then I found Voices of Babylon, and I was like, woof. But the title track is amazing, but this song's just a little bit more fun, and I gravitate towards it.
Yep.
So here it is.
Underrated record.
I think that band, man, they had a ton of, people think of Your Love. They had a ton of hits for a period of years. Maybe not ton, but like 6 or 7 fairly big hits. And they wrote some of the best pop rock shit. I fucking love that song. I completely didn't even think about having them on the list, but that's a great song.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My number 7, to keep my lead and probably extend it by a few more points. In 1985, the band Till Tuesday released a song called Voices Carry. And Till Tuesday is a female singer, Amy Mann. Amy Mann is so beautiful, and she's still beautiful. She's a lot older now. Looks phenomenal. This song went to number 14 on the Hot 100. They were definitely a one-hit wonder. They did a few more albums, broke up. Amy Mann has had a big solo career. Still is, never been really famous, but a lot of people support what she does. But the song's about like a girl who's dating a guy, but he doesn't want people to know. He wants her to keep it quiet because he's obviously out there playing the field. So here's a good line. I'm in the dark, I like to read his mind, but I'm frightened of the things I might find. Oh, there must be something he's thinking of to tear him away. When I tell him that I'm falling in love, what does he say? Hush, keep it down now. Voices carry. Oh, those are great lyrics. Oh, I love that song. So, are you guys just in stunned silence? Like,
No, I'm just picturing her and how hot she was.
Yeah, she was.
And now I'm thinking about Belinda Carlisle again.
Yeah. Okay, and Jason will be back in 5 minutes.
Got to take another break. Yeah.
What does it feel like to know that Jergens hand lotion is in business because of you?
I don't know, but they should be sponsoring your show.
Hey, if somebody at Jergens watches this shit, put out the word because I promote your shit more than anybody does on any YouTube channel. Okay.
That's 100%
Well, with
true.
all the dick jokes that fly around on this channel, also, Blue Chew might want to get in on the action.
Good
for
point.
those that have that problem, like Brian, because he's asleep right now.
Yeah, I mean, and it's unless it's possible to shoot pool with a rope, some of you might need some help to, get it up. Okay. Charlie had to go potty. Yeah, you're so naughty. Okay. Now, fuck. Who just went?
You did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Till Tuesday. That was my number 7. Let's move on to our number 6s. Jay, go ahead.
Genesis, In Too Deep.
Nice.
What's with that look, G?
Just go talk about. I legitimately. I know Genesis. I can't remember that song. In Too Deep.
Really?
Ryan, you want to sing it or no?
I don't remember. I've never been a big Genesis guy, to be honest.
I remember In the Air Tonight.
That's not Genesis.
Oh, that's fucking Phil Collins.
Mariah for the win. Thank you, Mariah.
Yeah, I almost had Land of Confusion on my list too. I love that song.
Yeah, I thought about that because I really like Mama, but I mean they're more like prog rock for me, so I stayed out.
Yeah,
I left
that's why I
Genesis
kept
out of
them
this.
off.
'Cause
But
I
that's a
think
great pick, Jay.
I think Mama's one of their fucking greatest song. But anyway,
I
saw a picture
love
of Phil
Genesis.
Collins today.
yep.
Did you guys see
Yep.
a recent picture of Phil Collins? He
It's-
ain't
he's
long
not good.
Poor
He
guy.
can't use
No.
his hands.
There's a documentary out, and it's like Phil Collins, drummer, because he became known as such a singer that people tend to forget that he's like one of the world's greatest drummers.
Who
Yeah,
can sing
it's his
again?
birthday today too. Happy birthday, Phil Collins.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right, good call. All right, I don't remember that song, but I'm sure it's probably pretty good.
I wrote it
Listen
down.
to it
Listen
after we're
tonight.
done. You'll be
Yeah.
like, oh shit, that's the song.
I'll be like, oh shit, what the fuck is Jay's problem? No, I'm kidding.
Oh shit, that's why Jay won this motherfucker. That's what this will be right there.
All right, okay. All right, let's move on to Mariah. What's your number 6?
Yeah. So getting a bit away from the guys on this one, I have "Time After Time" by Cyndi Lauper.
Great tune.
Nice.
You're
Love that
shitting me.
song. I love True Colors. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Is it All Through the Night? Something like that.
All Through the Night.
Yeah, she's got some great songs, but Time
Oh.
After Time is just timeless. Doesn't matter how many times you've heard it, it's always good when it comes on.
Oh, I love that song. And so the album, I think that was on the She's So Unusual.
Yep.
Yes.
That had
yes.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and she was so massive. And then like the next album had another, like True Colors had, but it was like I was sure that she was gonna like stay big, but she kind of after that she faded. In the '90s, you never heard a peep from her.
Yeah, I feel like she's still known as one of the
totally.
better known as, with her and Madonna, who didn't make my list somehow, so I was surprised about that. But, she's still pretty well known for the time, but you're right, there wasn't really much after into the 90s.
Well, dare we say that she made herself a joke by aligning herself with WWF at the time?
Because she always had that wrestler in the videos.
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah, but I mean, she ended up at like WrestleMania.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember.
If you want to go check out one of the best Cyndi Lauper performances ever, there was a Joni Mitchell tribute, and I don't listen to Joni Mitchell. I couldn't tell you one Joni Mitchell song, but it just was randomly on like VH1, and here comes Cyndi Lauper to sing a song called "Carrie." Never heard that song before in my life. Go find Cyndi Lauper's version of "Carrie" on YouTube. Hearing it just once, I was like mesmerized. I was like, holy shit. That's one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. And I think I went and listened to the Joni Mitchell version, and I was like, okay. But that Cyndi Lauper, wow, unreal. So
I only like one Joni Mitchell song. It's called Both Sides Now. Other than that, didn't really. I know the song you're talking about. I've seen the Cyndi Lauper performance.
Hmm.
Way better than the original as well, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jason, what's your number 6?
Yep. I know it's hard to follow up with Air Supply, but another album that I also own on vinyl, huge fan. Um, they come from a lineage of like rock royalty, and that is a song called Release Me by Wilson Phillips.
Wow.
I told you I'm winning this. I told you.
You are fucking
Yeah,
winning.
yeah,
Yeah.
you might be. Rock
Yeah.
royalty is right though.
Rock royalty, man. Like I tell you,
True.
that song, the big singles, the lead single was Hold On, and Release Me was a single, but Release Me, it's just so beautifully melodic, and the three voices, they just work so lovely together. And I still, to this day, I will say, they played Winnipeg. I went under the guise of, yeah, my wife really wants to see them, so I gotta go. No, it was me. I love myself some Wilson Phillips. Great first record. Like I said, I own it on vinyl, and that's my favorite tune off that one.
Back to me for some reason. Like I've always had a thing for girls with short hair. I don't know if it's
Oh,
the
then
gay
you love
part of me or
yourself some
what.
China Phillips,
But
don't
China
you?
Phillips, that
Mhm.
short blonde hair. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Loved her.
Do you need a minute?
No, hold on, about 10 seconds. Ruh, ruh, ruh. No.
Okay.
Um,
Brought to you by
hey,
Jurgens.
have you guys seen the movie Bridesmaids?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh,
Great.
it's so fucking funny, but Wilson Phillips has a bit
Oh yeah, they do.
part in
Yeah.
that movie. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ryan, what's your number 6?
Number 6 could have very well been my number 1, and it is Robert Palmer doing "Addicted to Love" from Riptide, 1985.
Yep.
Huge
Great
hit,
tune.
defining song of the era. Great part of the movie Cocktail. Great iconic music video, and Robert Palmer was gone way too soon.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's he died early.
Attack.
I don't know. Is that what he died of?
Yeah.
And I hate to, this is off topic, but like so many of those guys smoked their entire lives. I know Robert
Mhm.
Palmer was a huge smoker. Fuck, you don't see old smokers these days. So anyway,
No.
that's wild.
I'll also say a very unrecognized, could be categorized as a hair metal album, was Power Station.
Oh right, Power
Yeah.
Station.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, we're on my number 6, and okay, here's where you guys are just fucking wowed again because there was an amazing I love 80s movies and I have a couple songs in here that that are phenomenal, but the roles they played in the movie just made the song like even more of a thing. And the movie St. Elmo's Fire had Demi Moore, Judd Nelson, Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, all these huge stars, and a guy named John Parr wrote the theme song. St. Elmo's Fire went to number 1 on Billboard. Man, John Parr had a bunch of soundtrack songs,
Mhm.
but he also kind of disappeared, like as it came in like number 1 with a bullet and kind of disappeared. This song went to number 1. And I'll just give you a couple lyrics. Uh, shit. The chorus. Play the game. You know you can't quit until it's won. Soldier on. Only you can do what must be done. In some way you're a lot like me. You're just a prisoner and you're trying to break free. I love the positivity of lyrics in the 80s. We talked about 90s shit, and that episode will be out before this one's out, and just how the lyrics started to get everything was like boring or not but depressing, and you had to write about how shitty things were at home. And in the 80s it was, even if things were bad, the point of the song was like, hey, you can overcome this, you can survive, and you can thrive. And that's, I think, what made the 80s great. And this song is amazing. Comes in at number 6.
Fucking love that song.
Ah,
That song. It
Likewise.
almost made my list. That and then the promise, and there was another one that like right there. I love that song. I've done it in karaoke, and so I'm just singing the lyrics along with you as you're reading them out.
Right?
Love that song.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Shit, we're on our number 5s. And Jay, what do you got?
Oh, Jason had this artist earlier. Belinda Carlisle, she is fucking hot. And she has a voice of an angel, as is evident in this song I picked. I Get Weak.
Ooh,
Great
I Get
ballad
Weak.
song. Yep. Great video.
That's a good song.
And if I didn't mention it, I love her.
There's a really good Go-Go's documentary that's out. I don't know where you can watch it now, but I've seen it. It's like 2 hours, goes over the whole history and the breakup and the drugs. But Belinda was massive. That album went to number 1. Heaven is a Place on Earth went to number 1. But
Yeah.
after that, I don't know. I think she had kind of a coke problem.
Huge cocaine problem.
Huge coke problem. And she might have had another couple minor hits after that album, but then it was, pretty soon they had to reform the Go-Go's because she wasn't going to make it solo. Anyway.
That's why she was so fun. All right, let's play Would You Rather. Susanna Hoffs or Belinda Carlisle?
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Oh, that's a tough question.
Wow, you picked two of the big ones of the 80s right there.
Man.
What song is it? Everybody knows that part in the song where Susanna Hoffs kind of looks to the side and is kind of like licking her, I don't know.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Walk like an
Walk like an
Egyptian.
Egyptian.
And,
There's a video of her like
Oh.
in, I don't know what the song is or whatever. It's like she's in a room and she's wearing like a little tank top and little
Yep.
tiny shorts.
yeah.
So
Oh.
that being said, obviously my choice is Susanna Hoffs.
I would say this: the best Belinda ever looked was in the "Mad About You" video, Jason. And she always looked good, but in that song, she was amazing. Outside of that, I might have to go with with Susanna Hoffs, because she just seems so cute and like you could picture Belinda like smoking Belinda in that video, Jason. She's
Smoking.
smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes.
I'm
So
okay
you
with
can
that.
be like, yeah, well, am I gonna hang out with a cigarette smoker cokehead, or Susanna Hoffs?
Yes.
Like she's nice, polite, and dainty.
That's M.
She'll make you a sandwich after you get done. I'm just kidding. So
I've been clean and sober 27 years, but I'd still go.
hell yeah.
Well,
I could fix her.
if Belinda was really coked up, that could end up real interesting. in
That's
bed.
true too. That's true.
I mean,
people don't have a lot of inhibitions when they're on cocaine.
true story.
And $20 says that ends up in the opening montage right there.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I think Belinda Carlisle was the prettier one, but they're both gorgeous.
What
And
do you know?
it's so weird when you see the Go-Go's at the beginning of their career. She has short hair and she's not fat, but she's a little pudgier. And then later on, she becomes like this drop dead model. But at the beginning,
Cocaine.
you wouldn't have said, "Oh wow, the lead singer of the Go-Go's is super hot." I'll try to
Yeah.
put a picture of her from the early career. She looks.
And the Mad About You video, put that up, please.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'll put that in there too.
Thank you.
Okay, who just went?
Me.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Jay.
All right.
Mariah.
See, these conversations get so good you don't even know where we are.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Mariah, you're number 5.
5, yeah. My number 5 is my favorite song by David Bowie off the Let's Dance album in 1983. It is Modern Love.
Ooh,
Great song.
That song is a great one. I have shamelessly danced in the grocery store when that song came on at a Target. I don't even care. Love that song. It is such a fun song.
I thought
You
you
know
had
that
the
saying,
Labyrinth song on there.
you know that saying, Pixar, it didn't happen. I'd like to see a video of you dancing in the grocery store. I think it'd fucking score huge on this lovely little platform called YouTube.
Oh, well, I did do ballroom dancing and line dancing and stuff for several years, so it probably wasn't as bad as I think it is in my head. But yeah, I don't care. I love that song.
you know, if this YouTube gig doesn't pan out, I think I might start an OnlyFans. Does that do anything? Or,
Please don't.
I mean, what do you even do? I mean, seriously, I legitimately don't know. I mean,
I think it just.
Here's what I
soft
wonder.
porn. I don't know.
You start and I've never watched anything on OnlyFans. I'm trying not to watch a lot of porn, but
You gotta pay for it too. It's weird.
well, yeah, it's not free.
Yeah,
But
I
that,
don't.
did you hear about that girl who made like $43 million last year on OnlyFans?
Oh, speaking of OnlyFans, the singer from Femme Fatale, Lorraine
Femme
Lewis.
Fatale,
Yeah,
Lorraine
she's on
Lewis, is going to start an OnlyFans.
No, she's on now. But you know what, Guru? Just for for research purposes to improve your page, you may want to sign up. You might get an interview with her. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help.
She might want to promote that shit.
She may want to. May want to help her.
She's
But I'm like,
waiting for
let's
the
say you're a
big one.
celebrity who has OnlyFans. What's to stop the people who are paying to watch you from like recording it with their phone and then saying, "Hey, I got naked pictures of Lorraine," or maybe they are okay with that. I don't know.
Maybe whatever.
I've always been.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird. It's just a weird sight to me.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Jay,
whatever.
when you do your OnlyFans, I mean, do you do it all or do you take it all off or you go all the way?
He does. I know he does.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Got a feeling.
Okay.
All or nothing.
Okay, we had Mariah with David Bowie, and now we're on Jason with his number 5.
All right. This is another woman that I fell in love with in the 80s. And Ryan alluded to it, and I just didn't say a word because it was my next pick. And that is the Bangles. And the song you were thinking of is called In My Room.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Or In Your Room. I'm sorry. It's called In Your Room. And
Yeah.
yes, it's because she hooked up with a dude or her new boyfriend and he went off to work, whatever. And she is in your room. And it is very, very suggestive. And yes, she wears his shirt and she wears her little whatevers. And every man in America fell in love with her.
Oh, yeah.
So, but on another note, it is a great song.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like that song.
Mhm. And I own the Bangles on vinyl. Got a few of them.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're a good band. They're an actual band.
Yep.
Yep.
Great
True.
band.
True. And I think part of the problem was all the attention
That she
on
got.
Susanna. That was a problem. And shit. You start a band, you like we're all equals, and all of a sudden everybody's like, okay, the band is Susanna and her backup players.
Mhm.
That's gonna cause problems.
That was the
Right.
same thing that happened with Twisted Sister.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean,
too,
JJ French started the band. It was all for one for all. Classic lineup got together. Dee Snider became the hero.
Yep.
Shit, well look at Skid Row. They when Sebastian was on the cover of Rolling Stone, and everybody else is like, it's always fucking Sebastian, everybody, and he didn't write the songs. They did all. I mean, he was the voice. He looked like a rock god. He looked the part. But if you're Dave, if you're Snake and Rachel Bolan, you're
pissed
like,
off.
we started this shit. We wrote these songs. And just because we get some fucking 6'3" Canadian douchebag to come up and sing them, and now all of a sudden we're like role players in our own fucking band. Like I get that. I mean, I get it. But
Yeah,
you can't,
there's an argument the songs wouldn't have been as big of hits if they had someone else
Totally.
singing it, though. So,
Totally.
it's kind of
And-
just something, hey, you got money. Just sit back with all your money and,
and it's not Sebastian Bach's fault that the media is always focused on him. It's not his fault. I get that.
No,
Yep.
not at all. And I'll go on record as saying that if I was in his position, I'd douche it up and whatever. I'd take
Sure.
all the glory and you're all coked up and 19 years old. Absolutely.
Banging everything that moved. Shit.
Yeah, until it fell off.
Mariah's like, yeah.
well, it's what I imagine. I have never been a 19-year-old boy, but
Right.
It's
you have a bunch of money and
19.
fame.
You're probably gonna.
Who are we kidding? In our 50s, it would be the same thing. Sorry,
okay.
Mariah. We're very simple species.
Yeah. Just club us over the head and give us a sandwich. All right.
Yep, that's what
I'm
it
not
is.
saying you. I'm saying like that's
I know.
Anyway. Okay. Shit.
That was me, I think. I was in love with Susanna Hoff again.
Okay.
I just cheated on
All right.
Belinda Carlisle in my mind with Susanna Hoff.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Ryan, we're on your number 5.
Well, this is definitely the sappiest thing I have on the list. It's a band called Boy Meets Girl, and the song is Waiting for a Star to Fall. And it's
I fucking love that song.
It's one of my
Yeah,
wife's
it's
favorites.
It's the catchiest thing ever. It's from their album Real Life, 1988. You can't escape the catchiness, dude. This song is so sappy. This band, so the band wrote it for, it's a man and a woman, wrote it for Whitney Houston. She said, nah. Wrote it for Belinda Carlisle. She recorded it and said, nah. So then they put it on their own album, and it became a significant hit for them. So if you don't remember the song, it is kind of hard to think of the song by the title, even though they say it. It's a great song, very catchy.
Yep.
I know that song. I'm trying to. When you said the name, I was like, yes. I can't hear it in my head though right now, but I'm sure I do. So
Yeah.
That's all that's playing in my head right now. Thank you, Ryan. I
You got it,
appreciate
man. Yeah,
you guys want us to leave so you can make out a little bit or what? All right.
that's later. We stay after.
Okay. All right, my number 5. And I swear I didn't do this on purpose, but Mariah is like my hair metal twin sister or something. But it's Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. Fucking
Nice.
love that song. The lyrics are amazing, and still, even when I hear it now, I can like get goosebumps. And we said a bunch of shit, but I don't think you read these lyrics, so I'm gonna read
I
this.
did not. Nope.
Sometimes you picture me, I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me, I can't hear what you said. Then you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. I just think like I was probably 13 or whatever when this song came out, and I don't know, but you know, like when you're 13, you're starting to get your interest in girls, and you're starting to think, hey, you know, I'd like to have a girlfriend. I'd like to meet somebody, and that song just makes you think of, I'm gonna meet this person, and we're gonna walk side by side through the world together, and it's gonna be amazing. And then you know, life kicks you in the ass, and you realize most of that shit stuff is bullshit. But that song just brings me right back to that time. And I think of like junior high dances, and this song comes on, and you're like, "Fuck, is that girl gonna dance with me? The girl that you have a crush on?" And I love that song, Cyndi Lauper,
Dude.
Time After Time.
Yep. Good
Here's
one.
how timeless it is. It also reminds me of junior high dances, and those are several
Right?
several decades later. It's it's played at all of them. It's timeless.
It's timeless, and I think that song has been covered by like a billion fucking people. I shit you not.
Yep. No, I've heard several covers, and none of them even come close to touching the original.
That's absolutely right. Okay, we are on to our number 4s. And Jay, what do you got?
Here's where I up my game. I got Jeff Healey, Angel Eyes.
Nice.
Thank you for the
I'll give that.
Canadian shout out. Appreciate that.
Great artist.
Check out Colin James. I'm just
I
saying,
liked
here's
his
a guitar
role
player.
in the movie Roadhouse, where he plays in the band and they have to like put all the shit in front of the stage because everybody fights. And anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Great.
remember the first, I don't know how many times I heard that song. I mean, this is pre-internet bullshit. And I heard the song on the radio, so I hadn't seen a picture of him. Vocally, he kind of sounds like he may have been a black guy or an old guy, a southern guy. And then fast forward, and I bought a copy of the CD some years later, and imagine my surprise. But yeah, killer guitar player too.
Yep. And a trio to produce that sound.
and
Always
I
been
think I
impressed with
remember
that.
he died. I think he died early.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I remember an interview though, like obviously that was his main hit. But in this interview, I remember him like saying like people just can't let go of the 80s because he was a blues player.
Yep.
But that was kind of a almost hair metal ballad in a way.
Yeah.
And he was like, he wanted to grow into the blues, and everybody was like, but Angel Eyes, Angel Eyes. So yeah, it was kind of sad.
He's still he's massive up here. Really,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know he was Canadian.
Yep.
Me neither.
Yeah, didn't either.
Is he
A
a
lot
little
of good
bitch? Is he a little
come from-
bitch like the rest of you, or what?
Easy.
A lot of good artists
I-
come from Canada. I mean,
I'm not your god, buddy.
I will say that I damn near had Honeymoon Suite from Canada with What Does It Take, but Honeymoon Suite could be confused for a
Yeah.
hair metal band, so I
Yeah.
left
Disqualified.
it off.
They
Okay.
play it on Hair Nation. They play some Honeymoon Suite.
Okay. Mariah, you're number 4.
Yeah, and my number 4. I know a recent episode you were giving shit for having this song, Guru, but I don't care. Has to be on here. Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. Love
Take that,
that song.
suckers.
Hey,
Great
Yeah.
seven dances, man.
I won't give her shit about it because, well, Mariah is a
Because
woman.
she's a
obviously.
girl.
You are something, but it's way different. Way different.
No,
Oh.
it's not. That song,
Yeah, see?
that song deserves to get turned up to 10 every time.
It
It's
is
a great
so
song. I don't care who
good.
you are.
I don't
You know-
discriminate. I don't see color.
It
Okay,
Where's
Mariah, go ahead and talk
Brian
about
at when
that
we
song.
really
That
need
song
him?
It's
rules.
an
I hope you
anthem.
see gender sometimes, though. That's important
Oh, I
on
see gender.
occasion.
Dude. I see gender. Trust me. What's up?
That song is can be classified as an 80s anthem in my mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well
Okay.
done.
Bonnie Tyler.
Love her.
And she Holding Out for a Hero was on the Footloose soundtrack. Great
tune.
It's
song.
also good.
She had some other really kick-ass songs too.
She covered Hide
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
Heart.
And her voice is really unique too, and that was vocal damage, that makes her voice sound like that.
I did not know that, but I love that the girls with the scratchy voices, Stevie Nicks.
Yep.
I'm gonna get to another singer that has a scratchy kind of voice. I won't give it away now, but yeah.
Yeah, but hers was vocal damage when she was young, and then so she just used it to kind of create her own sound.
Ryan, what happened to your voice? Just kidding.
I was in transition, so.
And Jason, what happened to your face? Just kidding. All right.
Hey, easy.
I keep looking
Damn,
at
all the
myself
Canadian
and
trash today.
it looks so shit. Oh, I'm like, oh fuck, man. Why did I shave? Okay. All right. Let's get on. And Jason, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is, and I hope you guys know it because it's catchy as hell. Mid 80s. The young man's name, he was a one-hit wonder, was Jermaine Stewart. And the song is We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off to Have a Good Time.
I remember that song. That fucking
Great song.
back in the day.
Yeah. If you don't,
Who was the artist again?
Jermaine Stewart.
And what's the song?
We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off.
I have never heard of that in my entire life.
You're missing out, my friend.
It is a great song.
Thank you, Jay. Mariah, do you know it?
Yep.
Thank you.
I do
Of
know
course
it.
you do.
Great song.
Ryan?
Jeez, I'm the only one?
No, Ryan doesn't either.
Don't know it.
Okay.
It's a good
But
tune.
You will tonight. Somebody text those guys. I know, Guru, you're looking it up right now, aren't you?
Well, shit. Okay, maybe. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, the medley of that song is fucking catchy.
Sticks in your
I
head.
mean, it'll get locked in your head. 5 days later, you're sitting there humming this shit.
Absolutely. Great song.
Would you say you're sitting there humping some shit? What?
Humming.
You humping?
No pee.
No.
I mean,
Who's up next?
I just went.
Okay, Ryan.
All right, here's where we got Huey doing I Want a New Drug from the Sports album, 1983. So, like I said, in regards to Starship, same thing we were talking about. A lot of these 80s bands have sneaky, talented rippers, and this is one of them. Song is a great example of that. The riff in this song is totally driving and killer. Huge sucker for Huey. I chose a hit, but it was a toss-up between what you had mentioned, Walking on the Thin Line, and a song called Jacob's Ladder. So it was tough.
I love
Huey
Jacob's Ladder.
When you start reading the songs on Huey's albums, you're like, if you look at a best of, you're like, fuck, he had like 15 very recognizable songs. So tough to choose, but I've always really been a sucker for this song.
Yeah, shit. Yep. Fucking who doesn't like Huey?
He should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Okay. My number 4, this might be the only one of mine that wasn't a big, I'm looking back, that wasn't a pretty big hit. And I shared it on X recently, and I have been listening to the song lately like crazy. The guy's name is Danny Wilde. The song is called Time Runs Wild. And he did later achieve some fame. If you remember the TV show Friends, he wrote the theme song, I'll Be There For You, with his band after his solo career called the Rembrandts.
Oh.
So that was a major hit. But this song, Time Runs Wild, and it kind of brings me back to, we're talking about this 80s shit and just makes you think of your younger days. I think it's kind of an up-tempo rock song, but it's so emotional and the lyrics are so like I just get goosebumps. So I'll give you a couple. Here's how the song starts. Now I can remember the dress that you wore, but I never really understood what all the tears were for. And you look so young on that sweet summer morning, and I thought that you would stay the same, the way you were before. But I guess those days are over, and we can never get them back, 'cause time runs wild, time runs free, time runs wild like the child that's living inside of me. Oh, I have listened to that song, I bet 10 times over the last 3 or 4 days. And right now I want to hear it again. So if you haven't listened to it, the album was called Any Man's Hunger. And actually, the reason I heard that song is because it was played in a movie called Dream a Little Dream with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. And you hear that in part of the movie. And I remember hearing that and going, fuck, I heard this guitar thing. And I'm like, I need to go find that song like right now. It's amazing, and you need to listen to it. So, Danny Wilde, Time Runs Wild.
Done.
Okay. That's my number 4. And now we're on to our number 3s. And I am by far in the lead. You guys will have to do some serious fucking song picking if you're going to take over because it might be over right now. You guys might just want to bail. So,
I don't think you are. I kind of think it's me, but you know what? Once this video posts, we're gonna let the comments decide.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
right offhand, I would say that Jason's ahead of Guru, and I'm leaving you all in the fucking dust. So on with
hey, everybody in the comments. Everybody in the comments, let them down gently. Let them down.
I got this.
Okay. All right, Jay. Let's move on. Here's your number 3.
This song is one piano-driven motherfucker. Good Thing by the Fine Young Cannibals.
What? Jeez.
Oh.
See?
Winning.
That's a good tune.
The movie Tin Man, the 80s. Danny DeVito, Richard Dreyfuss.
Great movie.
The song's in that movie. That's where I first heard it at. They had a few other real awesome tunes. I enjoy them. And, I mean, a piano solo in a song is really fucking cool. So, this song is awesome.
Isn't that the guy who sings She Drives Me Crazy?
That's right.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
Winning.
No offense, Jay.
Winning.
No offense. Okay. It's okay. Hey, I don't mind having gay friends. I don't judge you any differently than I judge my other friends, Jay. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with people. Okay. I'm just trying to be funny. Okay.
Yeah. We have this beautiful sense of humor. And we don't have as many dick jokes tonight because Brian's not here. So, I mean,
Mariah, it would help us all if you told a few more dick jokes, then we wouldn't feel so bad.
That's right.
Okay.
Keep it in mind. Don't feel bad on my account. I hear
tell some
plenty
boob
all the
jokes
time.
or something. Okay. All right, let's move on to Mariah's number 3.
Yeah, number 3. This was an artist along with the second on the list that I'm like, I don't really care what song it is. There just needs to be a song from this artist on my list. And so this one is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. I could have done Head Over Heels. I could have done Shout. I could have done Sowing the Seeds of Love. But phenomenal, band, phenomenal album. And this is just an absolute great song.
In my honorable mentions, damn near made my list. Oh, that would have been wild, but yeah, that's fucking unbelievable song.
Yeah, and I'm gonna date myself a little bit because when I hear this song, I think of a movie, and it's Despicable Me.
Oh yeah.
Hey, so that
Jason
played in there. That had a great soundtrack. There were a lot of great songs that played in those movies. But yeah, that one comes to mind. Great song though.
Jason was telling me that he dates himself sometimes 3 to 4 times a day.
2 times each hand.
That's right. So it feels like, and then sometimes he sleeps on his hand, so it feels like somebody else.
Well, we call it the stranger.
The stranger. Yeah. That's right.
Or Pamela.
Or what?
Pamela.
I've legitimately never heard that before.
Well, now you got a new lady in your life.
There you go. All right. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
I don't need to. Okay.
That year, yeah, you shaved your face, but I know we shaved your palms. So,
All right. That was Mariah, and we're moving on to Jason's number 3.
number 3 is a guilty pleasure of mine. Starship has been mentioned, so this is my turn for Starship, and it is their number 1 single out of the movie Mannequin, and it's Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now.
Nice.
Love that song.
That
Yeah.
was a good one.
Yeah.
I
I was
remember.
not expecting Starship to be mentioned twice in this video. I'm going to be honest.
Hey, man, that
Great.
Mickey can sing, and you know what? Grace is in there too before she bowed out, but just such a good song.
Yep.
She kind of rubbed me the wrong way because she was like basically said when we built this city, she was like, I knew it would be a huge hit. I needed some cash and I wanted to bail. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Mm,
fuck?
And she was always a strange. I mean, even in when she was in the late '60s, when they were singing like White Rabbit and Somebody to Love, she was a strange lady back then. So
Totally. Yeah.
okay, all right,
Love that tune.
yeah, and geez, I haven't seen that movie in forever, and that makes me want to watch that movie.
Kim Cattrall, gorgeous.
Right?
Oh yeah. Fine.
Okay, Ryan, what's your number 3?
A band that was mentioned before, but the song is called Disappear, and the band is In Excess from the X album from 1990. Shout out to Ty Oliver, guitar player for Orgy, who we're going to talk to soon.
Yeah.
He loves this song, and so do I. He loves In Excess. Great band, great album from their heyday. This one and The Stairs, it's the next song on the album, are just so different and epic. It's genius. And a little piece of trivia, my 22-year-old dumbass self tried out for the In Excess audition when they did the reality show to replace Michael Hutchins, and I got to stand on stage at the Whiskey, and I sang the song Ride On by AC/DC, and they stopped me after about 3 lines and said, thank you, that'll be enough. And I said,
That's one of the greatest stories of all time. Holy shit. That's cool.
You're cheating a little bit, though. 1990.
1990,
That's the
I
same album
assume.
as Suicide Blonde, which is a great song, but it's
Dude,
not 80s.
it's so 80s, though. 90 was no different, so I had to include it. And I fucking love that song, that album, the whole thing. So.
Remember, the only rules are there are no rules.
Yeah.
Except it should have been in the 80s, Ryan. I'm just fucking with you. Okay.
Well, fine. Choose another one. I'm sure I'd like it equally.
Leave it to Ryan to find some way to bend the rules or break them even if they're not there.
Hey, Ryan, it's all about you. It's all about you. Don't worry about the rest of us. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Okay.
It's a good song.
All right. Let's extend my lead by giving you my number 3. And you guys are going to hear this and you're going to go, fuck, he did it again. The guy's a genius. How did I not think of that song? But it's Kim Carnes with Betty Davis Eyes.
It's a great
Raspy
song.
voice. You alluded to it.
Jay, I see it. I see it. Here you go, Jay. This is for you. There you go. Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes. And we were talking earlier about girls with like that scratchy voice. Oh, I love that voice. That, it sounds like they've been snorting razor blades and drinking Jack Daniels for like 3 weeks straight with no sleep. And then they said, all right, come in and sing the song. And she's like, her hair was Harlow Gold. Oh my God. Amazing song. Got that really heavy keyboard intro. And I think that song was because that's early 80s. I think and that song went to number 1. I think that song started a lot of people putting a lot of keyboards in songs in the early 80s. And let me see, anyway, Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes, I think one of the best songs of the 80s, and that's my number 3.
That was very high on my honorable, so no arguments there. It's great stuff.
Okay. All right. We are down to our top 2. Jay, how are you going to fuck up your score even further?
I'm going to shoot it into the fucking stratosphere with Scandal Warrior.
Nice, dude. Great
song. Good call. Good call.
Yep.
Do you like that raspy voice? Well, Patty Smythe is real close to that. So, I mean, it's an awesome song. I've never heard anybody cover that song, which is kind of a surprise. Maybe there is something, or maybe something can be done about it. All right.
Great song, dude. Anytime.
I remember I moved from my elementary school, Castleton, to the school I went to high school at in Leonard. And it's weird, like the little shit that you remember. I should not remember this. But I moved and I called my best friend from Castleton when I moved to Leonard. And I remember asking him, "So what's your favorite song now?" And I remember him saying, "It's Scandal, The Warrior." And for some reason, that just sticks in my head. I always remember this obscure music shit. But Patti Smythe, if we did a 90s version, she had a ballad that went to, I think, number 2 called Sometimes Love Ain't Enough.
Yep.
It is like the most heartbreaking, emotional song ever. And if you don't know that, go check that song out. There's another Patti Smythe song that is amazing. So, all right, let's move on to Mariah's number 2.
Yeah, so this was the other artist that I'm like, all right, there's about 10, 12 songs that could make it from this artist. This artist just has to be on this list somehow. And that artist is Hall & Oates. I'm a massive Hall & Oates fan. They have to be on here somewhere, and I'm going with my favorite song by them, which is Family Man.
Ooh,
If any of you guys know that song?
I do not hear it.
Man, you gotta check it out.
It's
The
so
guitar
good.
on it, it's
Family
so good. It's it's a song about a guy who, there's this really beautiful woman in front of him and who's making it very clear that she can be his for a night. But he says, "Leave me alone. I'm a family man, and if my bark is much worse than my bite. If you push me too far, I just might." And about the woman who's kind of got, kind of hurt because she always gets everything she wants, but him trying to push off her advances because that's not what he's about. And the song is phenomenal. The video's great. Just you gotta, if you guys don't know it, you gotta hear it. It's a great song.
I
agree.
have Hall & Oates, You Make My Dreams Come True in my honorables.
I love that. I could have put Private Eyes. I could have put
Private
Manny.
Eyes. Good song.
Method
But
of
this is
Love.
this is my favorite Hall & Oates song. It's incredible.
Okay. God, I don't remember that. That's weird.
Now you should listen to it. Let me know what you think.
I wrote it down to listen to afterwards. Okay. Jason, what's your number 2?
Another guilty pleasure of mine is Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy.
Fuck yeah.
Kick ass, dude.
Dude.
So killer of you.
Dude. No,
It's
it's not.
such a killer tune. Hey, man, it's got Rick James all over that son of a bitch.
Dude, what a time to be Eddie Murphy.
True.
And the reason he did that, and I can't remember who, but somebody bet him. He'd made an off-the-cuff comment on Saturday Night Live of whatever song, and he goes, "Well, let's see you write a number 1 song." So he called his buddy Rick James, and boom, that's what happened. And I think we could all agree there was probably a lot of cocaine in there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Eddie Murphy, dude. He's
Eddie
It's a
Murphy-
great song.
For a period, anything he touched, movies, his comedy videos were at the top. His movies went to number 1, and then he fucking writes a song, a shitty one at that. There, Jason,
Easy.
and it becomes a massive hit. So yeah,
Yeah.
I bet you if
Look
you
at
just
you,
take a
Eddie
moment
Murphy.
right now and you're quiet, hear the melody in your head right now.
Oh, totally.
It's there.
I want
Yep.
to party all the time.
Yeah, no, it's stuck in my head too,
That's
unfortunately.
right. It's a great song.
I mean, it is catchy as shit. It totally is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Love it.
Ryan, what's your number 2?
Okay, here's what'll shock you. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, who I fucking love. Okay, you might know them from the Eddie and the Cruisers movies.
Yep.
But the song is not On the Dark Side, which I love. I loved it when I was a kid. I love it now. That song never gets old. The song is called Mariah.
Ha!
And it is fucking catchy, killer shit. The song is from Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives, which no one saw. But the songs are worth it. The soundtrack's great, especially this song. It's kind of right up my whole list is like, you put a little distortion and it's going to be a hair metal song. This one is like that fucking huge chorus. But another little known fact is that when they filmed the live arena concert at the end, it was for a Maiden concert. So they took a little time out from Maiden. And they said, "Hey, can we ship these actors on board?" And they performed a couple songs. So, but
That's cool.
again, I don't expect anybody to remember this one. They probably remember On the Dark Side, which is great. But Mariah is really great.
What's the artist?
So the artist is John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. And if you looked up Eddie and the Cruisers, the actor in Eddie and the Cruisers lip sync to John Cafferty. Very, very good job lip syncing. I didn't know it while I was a child, of course, but yeah.
That movie, Eddie and the Cruisers, the first one is amazing.
Yeah.
And On the Dark Side became a hit because of the movie.
Oh yeah, huge.
And but John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band have put out a bunch of albums.
Right.
So 6 years after Eddie and the Cruisers 1, they put out Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives, and I just watched it like a month and a half ago. So as soon as you said Mariah, I was like, yeah, I can hear Mariah.
Yeah.
It is really fucking good.
Yeah.
And yes, it is kind of cheesy, and I feel like I'm yelling because I'm getting so
Fired up.
Excited.
But it isn't bad though either. The second one, it is pretty good. I enjoyed it. So if you haven't seen those movies, go watch the Eddie and the Cruisers movies. They're fucking awesome.
For the enthusiasts like us, which I love the first one, I had to watch the second one.
Yeah,
I on DVD, and it's great. Where did you watch it? I can't find it streaming anywhere.
I looked up fucking and whatever it's called, like some boot website or
cool.
Found it.
Oh,
So.
I'm surprised I don't know of that song. I would have thought at this point I would have heard every joke on a song that even had similar to my name. I've heard, like Mariah Carey. I've heard about a song they called Win Mariah, but never heard that one. So
they spell it Marya.
Yeah. I've had somebody spell it like that at Starbucks.
If you've never seen that movie, chances are you would not know that song.
No,
I haven't.
Yeah, but it's a good song and a decent movie.
Cool.
Okay, and I just took the lead, by the way.
Dude, it's so like I'm like I could just stop right now. You guys could keep going, and I'd probably still win. Okay. All right.
I love my 10. I don't know about that.
And well, let's go on to my number 2 because here'll be another one where you guys will have mouths agape, wondering at the fucking genius. You're like, I knew this fucker knew hair metal. Little did I know that he knew more shit about 80s pop than me as well. So here we go. And I legitimately will be shocked if one of you guys doesn't have this in your last couple songs. You remember the movie The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
One of the greatest 80s movies of all time. I still love that movie. At the end, they've had this day where they hated each other. They got high together. All this shit happens. And then, like these relationships formed, and the pretty princess girl is now like kind of dating. Now I can't remember his name, but the guy who's
John Bender.
John Bender. And at the end, the song Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds comes on, and he's walking up and he throws his arm in the air. I just got goosebumps right now just doing that, thinking about that scene. I think it's one of the songs that epitomizes the 80s, possibly a lot because of that movie, but that's such an iconic movie and that's such an iconic scene. And I want I'll be alone dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. Oh, great lyrics, great song, screams 80s, and Don't You Forget About Me. It's my number 2.
Yep, I wish I had that on my list. It's again super high honorable mentions.
How do I?
Song.
I used to make fucking balloons, and I used to make confetti, and I don't fucking know how to do it anymore.
That's the song that Billy Idol turned down, right?
I didn't know that.
And then he recorded it on a greatest hits, but you can confirm. I could be lying. I don't know. but he did record that song, and he sounds a lot like the Simple Minds dude. But it would have been giant for Billy, obviously, had he done it. And I'm pretty sure they offered it to him, and he said no.
Wow, well, it's giant for Simple Minds. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
I used to be able to do balloons and confetti too.
yeah, that song's got over 1 billion streams.
Oh yeah.
I don't think even any of Billy Idol's songs have that. So
Does that just work for you when you do it?
I think it just works for me.
No, well,
Yes.
it's your show. Fuck. All right.
It's my show. Okay.
That's right.
All right. We are on to our, geez, I live in a twin home. So it's not, so like it's 2 houses connected. Hopefully the fucking neighbors aren't. All right. Our number ones. Number 1. Jay, don't let me down. What do you got?
Girl Like You by Smithereens.
Ooh, no shit. Wow.
Love that,
Man,
love
I
that
like the
fucking song.
Smithereens, man.
I almost kept it off of here because the song fucking rocks.
It is.
It kind of does.
Right, and then going with our criteria, I almost didn't keep it, but I got thinking, well, I don't give a fuck. So
It totally fits because I mean, they're like an alternative.
right,
So they're not anywhere close to metal. So I think it's fine.
right. So I mean, great song, very catchy. I mean, it's got one of those songs where less is more, and it's real simple and repeats itself, but you cannot get that song out of your head. Just doesn't happen. So that's my number 1.
I'm curious. Does anybody else does anybody else hear it, or are you guys like don't know that song?
Oh, I know.
I know it not well enough for it to have it in my head
Sure.
like that. But
Sure.
you know.
That's a solid song. Not enough to get you the lead, Jay, but it might keep you out of last
fuck.
place.
Lead has been sewing up, my brother. It's all mine.
Might keep you out of last place. All right, Mariah, what's your number 1?
Yeah, so these are in no order, but I absolutely love this song. We brought him up earlier. It's his birthday. I've got Against All Odds or Take a Look at Me Now by Phil Collins. It's a great song, and when he yells kind of the chorus at the end, the chorus going, so take a look at me now, well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me, just the memory of your face.
Oh,
Ooh, take a look at me now, well, there's just an empty space. And you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. When he just like yells that at the end, you just feel the emotion, and I will never, ever get tired of that song. It is so good. In the Air Tonight's phenomenal too, but this one's just a little better to me.
isn't that from a movie too?
Against All Odds.
Probably.
Is the movie.
It sounds like it would be a movie
It's
soundtrack.
Against All Odds, is that
Yes,
the name of the movie?
that's the movie. Chris Christopherson, and I can't remember who the
Oh,
lead
shit.
female lead was, but
That's a good. Those are some good lyrics too. I love those.
Yeah.
Lyrics.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that was an honorable mention for me. I remember buying that on 45.
Because you're an old fuck.
I'm an old.
Happy birthday to Collins.
All right. Jason, what's your number 1?
Well, my number 1 is my actual all-time favorite 80s song ever. Not hair metal, pop, whatever. And that is Oh Sherry by Steve Perry.
Oh, wow.
Number
Wow.
1.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where I am if that comes on, whether it's my iPod, my iPhone mix, the radio, it doesn't matter. It all stops and I listen to that song. Is it a Journey album? Of course it is. They're all pissed when he did it anyway, but fuck, that song is so good. And it's Steve Perry, probably one of the greatest voices we will ever hear.
True.
Absolutely.
My number 1.
Now I'm just, this random thought popped in my head. Like, now it would be kind of fun to do a ballads episode, but no hair metal ballads.
Yeah.
Because I think Faithfully is one of my favorite ballads of all time. I
Yeah.
love that song.
Open Arms almost made my list. I love that
Open
song.
Arms. I think those songs inspired hair metal ballads.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my number 1 ballad of all time is a hair metal ballad, so we can't talk about that. But anyway,
Which one is it?
Sure, it's a great song.
I Still Think About You.
Oh yeah, Danger, Danger. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, it's your number 1.
And this is my number one because I did rank them. And this was hands down when we determined this list. I said, boop, wrote this one down first. And then Guru stole it along the way. But it is John Parr doing St. Elmo's Fire from 1985. And I fucking love John Parr. He's so killer. Yeah. He's got a string of great AOR albums, killer gritty voice, epic mullet, probably one of the most catchy songs ever written, because it just, like, if you break that song apart, everything is catchy as shit. It's like any part of that song could be a chorus. And when he gets to the chorus, he just keeps climbing the ladder. He's got these great lyrics and he like doubles the chorus the second time. So, and I believe he kind of fooled the record company, and he wrote the song about a kid in a wheelchair, right?
Yep.
And it was like more of a pro handicap awareness type thing or whatever, and it kind of fooled the record company. So he got his message across without them knowing. But it's my number one.
In the video, and you didn't see this very often ever, but all the stars of the movie show up at the end of the video. Like, he's walking around singing the song, and Rob Lowe, Demi Moore, all those, Emilio Estevez, end up showing up, and he's kind of, and like they're still kind of acting their parts even though they're not talking. So, that was such a huge song, and he had a lot of great songs, but he just kind of disappeared after a couple of years.
Yeah, he had another great catchy one on the 3 Men and a Baby soundtrack called "The Minute I Saw You," and you might want to check that one out too. Yeah, it's similar.
Write it down.
Yeah, great.
Okay. All right. I guess I don't even need to tell you my last one, but and you guys are probably going to fucking flip, but I saved this one for the end, and I wondered if anybody else would put it. This song is probably the most universally described as the worst song in the 80s. I have no clue why it gets so much hate. It's Starship, We Built This City. I don't get it. I love that song. It's so easy to see why it was such a massive hit. It is so utterly catchy. Yeah, the lyrics are kind of fucking dumb. Yeah, it's part of but that's, it was the 80s. It was the mid 80s. You weren't trying to solve fucking world hunger. You weren't trying to find the cure for cancer. You were just singing about existing and having fun and, trying to get rid of your cares. That's what 80s music did. And then in the 90s, it was like, no, fuck. Let's talk about why your life sucks. In fact, let's dwell on it 24 hours a day. So the 80s didn't do that. Starship, We Built This City. Shit, I like these lyrics right here. Say you don't know me or recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, that's the name of the album. Sinking in your fight. Too many runaways eating up the night. Those are good lyrics. That's an utterly catchy song. I still, when that shit comes on, I turn up the volume. I'm not going to apologize. Most people say they hate it. I think it's one of the greatest songs of the 80s.
Agreed.
I don't understand the hate about it. I don't see anything offensive, anything that's awful about it. There's a million and then some way worse songs that written. I think it's pretty good. Yeah. I think this is the most I've heard Starship ever mentioned in however long I've been here, though. Yeah.
You better get into
three different Starship songs in the list, I think.
Yeah, like, wow. That was not the band I was expecting to hear a bunch from tonight, but
cool.
They got some good tunes.
All right.
I actually was going to be a cheeky bastard when this and is like, Jason, what's your number one? Actually, all 10 of mine, I'll just say it's Survivor and Vital Signs. I'm done. Check you later.
Ooh, wow.
Okay, well, I almost had Survivor. I Can't Hold Back on my
list. Almost had that song as well, and Broken Promises, because that is a phenomenal album.
And The Search Is Over is one of the greatest ballads of all time by Survivor.
Yes.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
Fuck me.
And Popular Girl is also great.
Popular Girl, yeah.
Good. I thought when you said you were going to talk about the worst song in the 80s, you were going to talk about Without You, Motley Crue.
No, it's
or Brian would have said Love Bites, obviously.
Yeah, Brian.
I could have talked about,
He doesn't know what he's talking about ever.
Hey, we are not going to do honorable mentions because I don't know about you guys. This was a fucking blast. So
I love this, man.
which I clearly won. So I see you want to chance that redemption.
no.
We will let the comments
No.
I'm like-
decide.
Do you guys? Is there like? Can I make a crown appear on the video? No.
No, but I did
The-
see you rub your head quite a few times over the course of the last couple hours. So you were just, I
You
mean,
should have seen what I was doing with my other head. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, a blast. There has to be a part 2, maybe even a part 3 at some point. I have so many songs that I could have included. So with that, we're gonna wrap this up. Ryan, thanks for being on to talk about 80s pop songs.
Very entertaining. Thank you.
Very entertaining. Jay, always a pleasure to have you, even though you probably finished in 4th or 5th place between you and Jason. It's okay.
always a pleasure to be here, man. I enjoy it.
All right, Mariah, thank you for being on. You were awesome. You know more
Thanks.
about 80s music than most people who lived in the 80s.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. Thanks for having me on. It was so much fun and so many great songs mentioned. I got a couple to listen to after this is over.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was writing shit down as we were going through, going, oh, fuck, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I was adding it to my Spotify queue.
Jason from Canada, thanks for being on, man.
Hey, man, thanks for the invite as always. Again, a final one. Add me on Twitter, folks, at Read World, so you can get your Hair Metal Monday fix. But I had a blast, and I think we made a kick-ass playlist tonight, gang.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Now we just need somebody to actually put that together. I don't do Spotify. Maybe somebody.
I'm Apple
Spotify.
Music, but I could if I got motivated once you post this, because I already forgot. I might throw it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably
Hey.
not, but I might.
Thank you for watching. Please go in the comments and give us your opinions. Let everybody down gently when you tell them that obviously I had the greatest list. And please tell us what songs are your favorites from the 80s. Pop hits, no metal, no hair metal can be included. Hey, follow me on X at Hair Metal Guru. I'll put everybody else's signs up there. Like, subscribe, what the hell, ring the bell if you want notifications. Until the next video comes out, my name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. Take care of yourselves.